we were talking about like the AI stuff. Like it's fascinating. I love this stuff, but like the part that should terrify everybody is like, you know, everything we do on Earth as humans is for humanity. Right. So it's like when a kid draws something, yeah, if it's your kid, it's beautiful, but sometimes I'll see anybody's kid stuff and you go like, man, that's like the most honest piece of artwork I've ever seen, you know, because it's like they're just flat out doing. They might not have, you know, the hand. They're not like Da Vinci where they drew a circle a million times so they can do it perfectly, but like there's something honest about that. And that's how I sometimes feel about like digital art, you know. But, you know, as times as digital art's like progressed a bit too with the cameras and the technology, like we were talking about AK the other day with the red, like, you know, you are getting closer to like 35, but you'll never have like what celluloid has where it's just a chemical exposure that whatever light was there permeated into those shadows and highlights. And so I just always think there's like a side of that because like exactly like what you just said, Shanghoon, about these happy accidents. I mean, the whole point of like all this technology is to not have happy accidents, you know?
Right.
And I think some things have to be preserved that way because it's just, you take the fun out of it. You know?
That's why I was talking with him yesterday that I love doing like at least a couple of specs a year where I can like fully play because you know, you have a budget, you have a timing, like as a director, and I like when I talk to other directors, I like talking about like, what do you think is your main responsibility on set? And like, I do think that it's like one of my responsibilities to be prepared enough to like, you know, stay on time and not go bananas and do something that the client, you know, will, you know, like at the end. So
yeah, it's like you're working out. Right. It's like, seriously, as a director, I mean, I feel that way because sometimes when you're working, it's true. It's like, I mean, you are hired to do a job. Right. It's not like your own ego fest, you know, like, so you have to find that fine line between like what they hired you to do, but then deliver for, you know, not only like the agency, but also like the actual client and then, you know, however many other thousands of people that like work at that place, you know. So there is a big responsibility, but yeah, it's true. It's like, taking the time to shoot your own stuff, like do some specs. It's like it is your workout, you know. That's one thing, you know. That I see you
creative muscle.
But I see you like doing stuff in the studio, you know. And I love that. I mean, that's half the reason like we're talking because I was like, I like what you're doing is what most people do and or should be doing, and a lot of people I think they just get to a point and it's like. It's about the job. It's about my work.
They stop playing.
Yeah.
They stop following the curiosities. And
exactly.
They're like, it's just a job. We're going to get through those 10 shots. The client will be happy and great.
Yeah,
I mean,
get my
check
money
in.
and
Here we
go have my wine. With and it's like, okay, everybody likes to do that, but like, what's the, you know, it's like back when you're like a digital tech and you're just going like, I got a month left and I'm out of here, you know? You're like, I'll just show up. I'll do whatever, you know, it doesn't matter. And so,
I painted cabinets at the photographer's studio. I would do whatever. I was like, I could build stuff too. I did some construction stuff, you know, I could take down walls. It's like, whatever, you're gonna pay me, great. Like I just want to stay. I just want to stay here and give this a chance and keep going, you know. And I think, I mean, honestly, that story has happened throughout my career when I'm switching from video to like stills to video too. It was just like, oh wait, well, I'm nobody in the video world. Like I'm like, I'll do whatever job you want to pay me to do video stuff. Let me play around. And I mean, I think that's where some of the clients were just like, oh my God, this stuff is amazing. You know, because I was willing to just explore the curiosity and like there was not many check boxes I had to check off. It was just like this thing, you know. That's it. Let me do that thing for a day and see what I could do with that thing.
That's
and,
how you get good at it. I mean, that's like, you know, no, I mean, that's literally the point, you know. It's just like if you don't do it, it'll never happen, you know. So it's like, doing this, you know, a couple specs a year, just shooting. It's like that's what gets your muscle strong. And then for me, it's what makes me fall back in love with what we do, because it's so easy to get involved with the money. It's so easy to do like some shitty jobs for money, you know, which is fine. Everybody's got to do it, but there's times where you're like, who am I? What am I doing? You know, do I even have half a nut in my brain to do anything creative?
Why am I doing this still? Why do I wake up today and still want to do this?
Yeah, because it is a form of sadomasochism. You know, it is torture.
It is torture, especially when doing a spec and you're like you're out there and you're like because you told me that you were shooting until like what 4 a.m. in the morning.
But Halie didn't get home till 8, so.
Depends on who you ask.
Exactly. No, but we shot till 4, and that's what I was saying. We did.
And you have to ask all these people like if you're down to help you out and this is going to be cool and you know, like you show them your idea and you have to get people excited and and then the hours go past, and then you feel really guilty because you're making everyone stand here.
People get a little grumpy.
Right.
Yeah.
But it is like summer camp, and that's also why like Halie and I, that's like your partner when you do it, when you work with a producer. It's like everybody needs it. Like I'm like Energizer, you turn me on, and I just go till I can't go anymore. That's how we got to be. But no, it is true to like get everybody excited about it and keep them on. And but I will say there is this, I've done a lot of shoots like that, and I've loved that void of just stretching.
Yeah.
And it does. There is a sense of accomplishment, and there is a sense of 100%. Like just last day of summer camp feeling, at the end, because we all need to push. Again, it's the workout, And so it's just a good reminder of like, I mean, and also there's serendipity in it too. This thing we just shot, is a skate park, but I was like looking at this one. They both had bridges that kind of covered, to my defense. But this one was like lower and cooler, so we could actually shoot the lights up into it. But also Halie was like thinking about a weather contingency, right? It's always a problem. We had rain for weeks. Like
Charles Nordeen podcast.
Let's just talk about it.
Heat it up, let's make it hot with my crew. That's all I got. People love us more than haters, trying to roll up on the lot. And when we fly through the air, I feel like I can't miss a shot. Pull up, got them cravings. Together we gon' make it. Looking for a side of flavor, riding through with all my skaters.